Hi guys, welcome to another episode. We are here in Vabi, pretty much right in the heart of Vabi now. We're at the Kodesh Bazaar. Last episode, we were trying to convince the merchant princes that Vareshos is bad and that something is going on with her and she's worshipping a dark god, but none of them believed us. One of them did, but he's kind of in the crappiest area of Vabi. He's like near here, near like some wastelands, and all of his military forces are already being put to use, so he can't particularly help us. And then a load of Scree attacked for some random reason that we're not too sure about, and everyone sort of ran off. So things aren't looking too good, but Kahani told us that she's got some leads. So we've come here to the Kodesh Bazaar. Alright, so the next primary quest, we're going to be talking to some guy about play, but for now let's read the description, shall we? The Kodesh Bazaar is considered the best market in Vabi, where all the rare, the strange and the unique are all for sale. If you can't get it here, it simply isn't worth getting. Here, all of Vabi trades, mingles and gossips. And yeah, it's a pretty cool capital area. There's not too much to talk about. Most of the capital areas in Guild Wars have sort of got all these interesting anecdotes and stuff. But here really doesn't. The only thing that's vaguely interesting is if you come around the back here, there's a member of the Order of Whispers, yeah, just around that corner. But you see these magic carpets up here? If you look around, sometimes you can actually see there are peasants and people walking around up there. So it suggests that that's actually an area that maybe they were, the developers were hoping we could go at some point. I can't see any of them right now, sadly. Yeah, there you go. So they're walking across that bridge up there, which is pretty crazy, but you can never actually get up there, sadly. So just one of those tantalising things you see, but you can never go up to. But yeah, there we go. So this is the Kodesh Bazaar. It's pretty cool. You can get new skills. There is new armor here. When we finish this chapter in Vabi, I will be getting this armor. Just look at these things flying out in the sky like that. How cool is that? Seriously. I mean, that's just amazing. But and we'll be seeing more of this very soon. We'll be seeing a place called the Seoka Basilica, which is a giant floating temple. I'm hoping to show you guys that in this episode. Anyway, so the next quest is from this man here, Royal Food Taster Rendu. This bald guy. So he says, yes, Matt Greenspring. Vaughn the Venerable, the unknown until now Cornan playwright, has graciously rented out the Bokka amphitheater from none other than the esteemed Bokka the Magnificent himself. He has a very special performance that he says will sweep Vabi by storm. He specifically had invitations for you to a rehearsal for the upcoming performance. Will you attend? Now this quest, kind of just reading this, you wouldn't think that it's the next primary quest. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with what's going on. And that always confused me whenever I started like a new character and went through Nightfall and forgot about this bit. I was always like, what's the primary quest? I don't understand. But this is the primary quest. And yeah, the declined dialogue sounds like a trap pass, because the unknown until now Cornan playwright. Yeah, something's going on. So I love the theatre. We need to talk to Kahani first, though. Yeah, so we need to go speak to her about these leads and what's going on. So we're actually going to come out into this place here called the Mirror of Liss. Of course, Vabi all loves Lissa. So it only makes sense that they've got a whole region dedicated to her. And here you'll see there's a giant, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like this giant pool, and above the pool is where the Seoka Basilica is, which is pretty awesome. Anyway, let's go on through. Oh yeah, I've got to add my heroes, yeah, because obviously we were doing a solo mission before. Come on, guys. Okay, so the Mirror of Liss. Turn off my party window. This place is okay. I don't think it's that special. There's not too much to talk about here really either. It's kind of like, you remember Kahani Centaur, where there was a loads of explorable areas with lots of people walking around and doing stuff, and you wouldn't really think you were in an explorable area because there weren't too many monsters. I tend to feel that way about this area, at least near the Kodesh Bazaar and near the other outposts. Okay, so moving on. Right, so we need to come up here. Kahani's just here. I believe she's a priestess at the temple up there. I can't quite remember, though. Yay, more beetles. Who doesn't love beetles? Alright, so as we round this corner, I believe we will see it. Yes, there we go. So this is kind of the centre of the mirror of this. And there is the Seoka Basilica. It's pretty cool, I think. Again, there's water near it. It's a flying construct. And we will eventually be able to go up there. It takes a while before you can go up there. Oh shit, I'm going to die. What is going on? Yeah, it takes a while before we can go up there. But when we finally do, you'll see it's really awesome. Another giant plant up there. It's probably one of my favourite buildings, I suppose you could say, in like the whole game, just because it's so unique. And I like that they don't even try and tell you how it is floating like that. Obviously, the Vabians have some idea. As we'll see later, there's some teleporters that actually take you up there, which we won't be able to access for a while. But so obviously the Vabians know how to make things float. They know what all of this is about. I am just barely hanging on here. But you never learn. You never do learn. Of course, you can see two other pillars. There's one there, can you see it, on the cliffs, and there's another one there. I believe those kind of mark where the other outposts are around Vabi. And there's one here, actually. I suppose that must mean near the Kodesh Bazaar. Anyway, here's Kahani. She's near these sort of buildings beneath it. And what does she have to say to us? Hello, Kahani. Long time no speak. She says, "May Lissa's blessings of beauty grace you until the end of your days." Prince Bokka rented his theatre out to some corning upstart director. That just doesn't seem right. With Varish's forces moving in under the guise of protecting the princes, there might be more to this than meets the eye. When it comes to picking performances for his venue, Prince Bokka is a persnickety one. It could be the perfect time to schmooze Bokka into helping the Astani fight Varesh. Another thing you should all really be bearing in mind here is Varesh isn't just sending a few corners in to try and take us out. She's sending a lot of forces here to Vabi. She wants to invade Vabi. We've heard that she wants to invade Vabi, but we don't have a reason why yet. It's not just because, oh, she's evil, she wants to invade Vabi. There is something she wants here. There is a real reason why she's coming here. So do be thinking about that, because that will be revealed later on. But yeah, you can see a giant golden statue to Lissa there in this place. This is actually another outpost called the Grand Court of Seoka. And it's always a good idea when you're doing this quest to come here, because this is kind of, in a way, sort of in the middle of Vabi, I guess. And it's always a good place to always map travel back to. Not too much to talk about here just yet. Here are the teleporters I was talking about, by the way. You see, there's kind of a sign that suggests you walk onto it and it will take you away. But it doesn't. They're just for show, really. But there you go. That's the Basilica up there. Yeah, I won't spend too long here. Sorry. Let's just quickly read the description. Gateway to the wondrous Basilica, the Grand Court overlooks the reflecting pool that gives the Mirror of Liss its name. From here, one may ascend to the floating Seoka Basilica itself, the most ornate and magical temple in all of Elona, and the heart of the Lissan faith. Okay, right, so where are we going, guys? We're going to the Resplendent Ma Kun, which is quite a distance away. I might be able to show you the next bit of treasure as well while we're here, actually. Up there, by the way, over in that corner, we're not going to be going there. We might never go there, actually, not until the end of the whole series. But up there, that's where the Citadel of Zagnor is, where one of the princes is. That's sort of the guy that's near the wilderness. Prince Amter, I believe. But yeah, that's not where we're going. Okay, so there's some new creatures here. Again, not much. What they are isn't really elaborated on. They're called Roaring Ethers. They're kind of annoying because they resurrect each other. Whenever you come up against something in Guild Wars that resurrects its friends, it is always very annoying. But yeah, they're mesmers, and you find them here in Vabi. Oh, cool. Okay, so what I wanted to do here is you can see these little rats. Obviously in Guild Wars, as you go to new regions, there's new pets and stuff you can find. These are Jahai rats. I've always loved Jahai rats, and I'm actually going to get Margrid one, since she's a ranger and we still haven't got her a pet. So, yeah, get that Jahai rat, Margrid. Hold on, what are we going to do? We need to get her to... oh, no, it's fine. It's fine, okay. Charm animal. Go, go, go. I don't want anybody to attack it. Nobody 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 attack it. Oh, God, Corey's attacking the rat. There we go. Okay, so now we've got our third and final pet, a Jahai rat. So, yeah, there you go. Anyway, let's go find that treasure, shall we? Sadly, the rat's only level 3 at the moment, so it's going to be a while before it's actually an asset to the team. But because Margaret's a ranger, I'm actually going to give her a build that makes her make use of her pet, instead of just wandering around like Corey has been and Pumbaa has been. Okay, so the quest marker would take us on the path down there. I'm going to take a very short, very quick little detour and come over here, back to the lake that we were at before. Because at the bottom of the lake, oh, you can see some corners here. I think these are the only corners in the whole area. But like, you can even get a bounty for them, but they're the only ones that even exist. And they've got a Marganite cleric with them, I believe. Oh, and a Marganite boss. Not good. Okay, so you can see we're kind of going over this natural bridge, and on this middle island is some buried treasure. I don't want to aggro those sort of corners though, because there's loads of plants here as well. So, I'll fight the plants, I will run through, grab the treasure. Oh, and we got a staff and 2 platinum, so you see as we get further in the game we get more and more money from these things, and better stuff. Okay, so let's just run away from them, I can't be bothered. I will cut it until we're back over on this sort of path here, guys. Okay, so we just come through these small cliffs here, and we can get to the outpost on a hill, which will then take us to the resplendent Maakun. And in the Maakun, we'll see that there's a big kind of, it's like an outpost, but it's not really an outpost right in the middle of it, which is just really quite awesome. Anyway, so this is on a hill. Let's read the description. A ragtag community of artists, actors and other unsavoury types, the natives of Honor Hill make their living fleecing wealthy patrons on their way to the Bokka amphitheater. That's exactly where we're going. If you need a reproduction statue of Grenth or some fake memoirs of a Prince of Vabi, the merchants of Honor Hill would be happy to oblige you. Otherwise, hold on to your purse with both hands and walk fast. And I really like the description that I kind of find in Guild Wars. You can usually read a description and learn stuff about the area that you wouldn't see otherwise. But this place, if you actually look at the buildings, like there's this one here that's just completely wrecked. It all looks just so bad. I mean, look at this carriage. Look at just how awful it looks. You can just tell. It says a community of artists, you know, that are just obviously failing at their trade. And actually Guild Wars Buddy mentioned this to me ages ago. It was, look at how ugly this is. But yeah, I mean, this is on a hill. Other than that, there's not really much to talk about. It's just kind of a really draggy area, which you wouldn't expect to find in Vabi, really, would you? But there you go. So yeah, let's move on through. So like I said, in this explorable area right in the middle of it, there you can see it now, and this is actually where one of the princes lives. There's no enemies when you get in there, so this group here you can see with this Paragon boss, these are the only people I really have to fight. Which I do appreciate, because this is a game that I find kind of suffers from everything wants you dead syndrome, you know. Which hopefully they fixed in Guild Wars 2. Apparently all like wildlife like this. In Guild Wars 1, all the wildlife will just try and attack you whether you attack it or not. In Guild Wars 2, things won't attack you unless they specifically have a grudge against you. So like, a lot of the videos you can see these big oak hearts, which are like these massive enemies that knock you back whenever they hit you and stuff. And they're pretty tough, but you can just wander around by them. They're only going to get annoyed with you if you attack them. which is nice. I do really like that. So yeah, let's go up this staircase. I always get lost in here. I always get lost. Hopefully I can remember the way though. It's very cool in here. We'll see a library later that's probably one of my favourite places in Vabi. Alright, so we want to be in the centre. Lots of guards, a merchant. Oh, and then there's this thing of this dragon here as well. And we actually saw this on like the, I don't know, the 10th episode I ever did back in Ascalon. I never really talked about it very much back then, but it's just this kind of cool painting that I think maybe is a representation somehow of something to do with the Elder Dragons. Because, I mean, I think it pops up like 4 times in 4 different areas in the whole game. So obviously, well, not obviously, maybe it just looks cool and they put it there, but it might mean something, so yeah, I think it looks cool at least. Maybe it's the deep sea dragon who we know nothing about so far. Anyway, I think the way is up these stairs. At least I hope it's up these stairs. What else have we got? More big walls. More stairs. Yeah, this is the right way. Some nobles talking to each other. Another statue to Lissa. Thing with like a scarab beetle in the middle. Is this it? Is it up here? And then you take a right? No, I'm lost. I'm lost. No. Oh, some people are talking. I need to make a mould of a head. A mould of the head of a cobalt shrieker for an upcoming scene. How do you get them to stand still? I live and breathe my character. It's the only way to advance. To rise through the levels of quality towards the maximum cap of existence. So these are lots of actors and stuff talking to each other, obviously, because this is the amphitheater just through there. It's like an explorable instance within an explorable area, which is pretty cool. So they're all talking about stuff. Big statue of a lion. Here we go. Here we go. Lots of throw pillows all over the place. So this is actually the prince's headquarters, Prince Bokka's. There he is, Prince Bokka the Magnificent himself. Very grand room. Very nice little palace he's got here. Okay, everyone, I will see you next time for a very badly acted play and probably even worse voice acted by me, but there you go. And yeah, we'll see what Prince Bokka's got to say again, try and convince him again. And actually, we will see next episode, Varesh is going to start attacking Vabi. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the episode, everyone. I will see you next time.